Hello YouTube, welcome to the channel. If you get something out of the content that I put up here, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe and give me a like on these videos. It can make a real difference in the algorithms and how they share content with other channels. Also, if you're interested in some one-on-one Skype sessions, you'll find a good email on me in the description of every video I put up. We're going to break down that intro that I just played for New River Train. Stick around to the end. We will be doing the Wayne's World of Mandolin sticker challenge. I'll play an intro to a classic tune, and first one in the comments that gets the right player and the right tune wins the sticker. All right, on to New River Train. This is a classic that goes back. I remember hearing this tune from childhood. Relatives in my family would sing it. Doc Watson singing this tune live, doing it out of the key of D today. This is where I remember this one happening in jam sessions. And this isn't the kind of tune, as you know, I don't do any tab or anything here on this channel. This is the kind of thing that we should be able to take other elements of our playing that we're working on and put it together to play this. And it's okay if it comes out a little different each time. Let's start with that ever-important series of pickup notes. In this particular case, they're leading up to the third scale degree. You're supposed to know what that means. We're playing in D. That's an F sharp note. 1, 2, 3. That series of pickup notes is landing on the third scale degree. So many times melodies start on the root, third, and fifth. So we could develop a vocabulary of those phrases. Here's just a real quick look into that. If you're playing in D, look at your arpeggio. We don't just memorize that for the sake of knowing those notes. Here's the root of D. Here's the third scale degree, F sharp. Here's the fifth scale degree, an A note. Okay, those pickup notes into each of those intervals. Here would be the root note. How many times have we done that? Well, you should realize that's going up to the root note of D. This particular song, the pickup notes are being played into the third scale degree. Plenty of melodies start on the fifth. You're probably familiar with that. Certainly any scale degree could be the first note of a melody or the note that we were going to target with those pickup notes. In this case, it's the third scale degree. So we want to be able to learn that without needing tabs. Look how I'm starting on the second fret. Think about the D scale. You should know that D scale in first position, starting on this interval, just index and middle finger on the second and fourth fret. Then a nice slide into that third scale degree. Notice that with my right hand, I'm constantly playing through two pairs of strings to give it a nice fuller sound of more authority. Those single notes would absolutely get the job done. We're just going to have a little bit more bigger sound if we play through two pairs of strings. Great phrase. Again, happening at the second and the fourth fret only with two fingers. Okay, now certainly we wouldn't need to memorize those notes. But I feel like the big thing that we learn there is the difference in what happens with the function of your right hand. That we're going from playing through two pairs of strings with more of a rhythmic cadence. There we're sustaining that note, but with that nice rhythm movement. Then we have the motion of the pick becomes far less travel, that we're only playing through one pair of strings. Those are the things we want to be paying attention to, not just the notes on the fretboard. Okay, now look how much it opened up right there. There's a common lick again. Just playing down a C, B, and an A note. See, we're going outside of the intervals of the D scale. That C note is a flat 7 to the D. The C sharp would be the scale interval. Color note there. And look at the right hand. You can open up and play through all 8 of the strings. So we've had 3 different things as far as function back here. Playing through 2 pairs, playing single notes, and now all the way across the mandolin. Look how the back half, or the second line of this, we're going to apply that same phrase. Pick up notes that lead to the 3rd scale degree. There we're going to a 5 chord. There's our A double stop. Let me go from the top. Again with that cadence. When it sits on that A chord and the melody doesn't move, I'm going to play that D string on the 2nd fret. That's an E note, and then I have the A, the root of that chord, and then another E note. I'm making the mandolin sustain to fill up that space. From that point on, there it is again, that series of pickup notes leading to the 3rd scale degree. Here we go to the 4 chord, up to that G. Again, that you should just be able to hear that. If you know the scale, that's going up to the 4 chord. In this case, I'm playing a G double stop. Okay, from there, I'm making this move that should feel intuitive to you. If you know your double stop scales, which you should, there's a G double stop scale. The song is in G right now. Look what I did. I traveled up to this neighborhood of the fretboard and I made this little move. That's a common double stop phrase. I'm just doing it with this particular cadence because of the tempo of this song. So it isn't like a tremolo line, it's just that sustaining cadence with your right hand. Now to finish the melody, back to the A, just like use that chop chord for point of reference. There again, if you know your double stop scales, that phrase should be automatic. The D double stop scale. If you don't know those fundamentals, this isn't going to be as easy, but if you do, and if you don't know those scales, here's a perfect opportunity to make your practice really healthy. If you wanted to work on this solo that I just did a breakdown of, then practice your D major scale in intervals, or play those D double stop scales, something like that, so that there's some eat your vegetables content going along with your rehearsal. Okay, for the sticker challenge this week, I'm going to do an easy one from one of my favorite records of all time.